Yo, 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 yo. Big Kish back up in here. Deleted, just destroyed Skepta. And he's breaking down how people come from other countries and got so much to say about what we doing over here. Mind your business. What Kevin Hart say? Mind your damn business. I can't curse yet. I did 2 minutes. But yeah, we about to go over it. Y'all know he be cooking. He did some research in here, man, that I never heard of. This is why I like reacting to his channel, because everybody have a perspective. Everybody have an opinion, right? And most of it kind of be the same. And then Deleted just come with some different off the wall, like, yo, why didn't I think of that? Bro, he's cooking on this one. I seen a little bit of it. I ain't see all of it. But I just like the research that he did. Some things on here I didn't know. So y'all know I don't like holding y'all. Without further ado, let's get it.
All right, before we get into this video, I need to do some damage control. No, this video is not the truth. This is all for entertainment purposes only. Please don't take what I say in this video seriously. This is all opinionated, just opinion. This isn't facts. It may be even a little fiction. Don't need to send a cease or desist letter this way. Don't get mad or get your panties in a bunch. I hope you guys enjoy though, and yeah. You know me, I'm YouTube's biggest villain, the new biggest villain. The reason why I say that is because my opinion's not gonna be popular. You might not like anything I gotta say.
Oh my God, corny, lame, boo, tomato.
Ask me if I care. I've been so lazy. I was supposed to do this video days ago. Didn't have the urge to do it though. A lot of my supporters were encouraging, telling me they wanted to hear my take and how they were looking forward to it. Fuck y'all.
You think because you a damn cartoon, I won't find? Get your lazy in the studios. You got people that need tracking. Wow, bro. Hey, it takes some work to do these videos. I ain't gonna lie, but you know we do appreciate it, bro.
And how they were looking forward to it. Fuck y'all. Don't tell me what to do. This topic is cold and stale now, but we about to revive this bitch like some old McDonald's fries on a Wednesday. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Let's get it to 3 stacks. I appreciate my villain community. I love our toxic relationship. We slowly closing in at 40K. What y'all think? Y'all think we could hit 50K by January 1st? So I heard Skepta was the
Y'all subscribe, man. Get that man to 100K. Bump 50K. He gonna reach 100.
So I heard Skepta was the mall version of the UK. In other words, Drake's bitch. I mean, the guy has the owl tatted on him. And apparently Drake has something tatted of his as well. Not sure how true that is about Drake though. I got this info from X. Cause you know, if it's on X, it's gotta be true, right? So Skepta is a UK rap artist that appeared in the Skepta interlude for Drake, track 10 on the album More Life. He recently sat down with Ebro on Apple Music when the Drake versus Kendrick beef came up.
When stuff gets said like that now, today, it's more personal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course this is personal, dipshit. This is hip hop.
It's more personal.
Sounds like a personal problem.
I think there's something about...
There was a lot of lying on there. There was a lot of lying. People just saying...
There was one diss track that came out and I was like, oh, this is over. Like,
many of you Drake cake munchers are claiming that K-Dot crossed the line by making false accusations about the PDF allegations. I guess they disregarded when he groped and kissed a 17-year-old girl on stage.
Right.
Well, listen, 17. I had fun. I don't know if I should feel guilty or not, but I had fun. I like the way your breast feel against my chest.
Yo, and I think her father brought her there, bro. If I'm not mistaken, I think her father or her uncle brought her there, and like, yo, I would have, man, yo, boy.
I just want to thank you.
She tells him she's 17 and he still begins to kiss and make inappropriate gestures.
Damn.
If her parents had pressed charges at the time, he could have been charged with child molestation. So it's not a lie at all when the video evidence is right there for you to see. What the fuck do you guys consider a PDF file? I guess y'all only feel it applies to people who sleeps with the underage. No. It applies to all individuals that do bizarre and inappropriate things with or to a minor. Even if it's just verbal. It don't have to be touching, it could just be verbal. In the state of California, everybody's state is different. Some of y'all think it's cool to sleep with 16-year-olds. So we're gonna read California's molestation laws. California defines molestation a bit differently than it defines other types of sex acts against children. Child molestation can include almost any type of inappropriate behavior, touching, kissing, making sexual or lewd comments, etc. Those convicted of these charges must register as sex offenders as well. Basically, it was never cool. That video does everything that this paragraph I just read stated, not to mention all the other allegations that are out there about the Drizzler, Millie Bobby being one of them.
A great friend and a great role model. You know, we just texted each other the other day, and he was like, "I miss you so much." I was like, "I miss you more." About boys, he helps me. What? Yeah. He's great. He's wonderful. I love him. What's his advice with boys? You know, that stays in the text messages.
So with that video, and with me showing you a California state law, it's not a lie. Stop changing the narrative. It seems Skepta also has amnesia, as if Kendrick didn't warn bruh from the beginning with his Euphoria album cover alone. That in itself was a warning shot. Drake would then respond with Tailor Made, using an AI voice of Pac. He would then give Kendrick the green light by jokingly suggesting to use the young girl angle against him.
Call him a bitch for me. Talk about him liking young girls, that's a kid for me.
Drake also discussed the allegations on his song Another Late Night with Lil Yachty.
Hey, widows in my comments talking about some Millie Bobby look.
Just because Skepta and the rest of Drake's Glizzy Guzzler.
He predicted his own downfall. He giving people ammo.
Weren't aware of the allegations that have been circulating on Reddit and YouTube for a while now doesn't mean Drake was oblivious to them. This song was released before the beef began, and he addressed those allegations back then. Let's not pretend this topic was pulled out of nowhere. Stop crying and stop caping.
This isn't rap. This isn't a rap. This ain't clash.
I had no clue.
Anymore.
No, they don't like each other.
This is over.
Bro, who the fuck cares? It's hip hop. Do you not see how cringe you're being over another grown-ass man? Like, let this guy fight his own battles. Leave that to their fan bases. You coming off as the overprotective wife or something. Skepta, Academics, Maul, all you guys are acting like some bitter, sad wife. Sticking up for their man. You would think the way you guys are acting over Drake is how Kendrick's wife would have acted on social media. And she didn't even have much to say. She just danced all over Drake's grave with her husband on the Not Like Us video. It's insane how much you guys are willing to cape for this grown man. It's cringe. It's weird. Like, you don't see it's sus as hell.
Like, they don't like each other. It's clear. I can hear it. Like, I can hear it in his voice. He doesn't like Drake. When it sounded like you two just really want to see each other and do each other something.
Yeah.
But bruh, when did they ever like each other in the past? Jay-Z and Nas hated each other, talked about messing with the same girl, talked about skeeting on car seats and shit.
I came in your belly back seat, skeeted in your Jeep, left condoms on your baby seat.
And I don't care if Jay-Z apologized later. He didn't J. Cole the situation and apologized during the beef.
And since you infatuated with saying that gay shit, guess you was kissing my dick when you was kissing that bitch.
You have Lil Wayne threatening to kidnap Jay-Z's wife. You have Eminem questioning ICP's manhood, calling them gay because of the makeup they would wear as clowns.
Plus I was put here to put fear in faggots who spray Faygo root beer and call themselves clowns because they look queer.
You have Pac bringing up one of the members of Mobb Deep's sickle cell illness that ultimately took his life.
Oh yeah, Mobb Deep. You wanna fuck with us? You little young ass motherfuckers. Don't one of you niggas got sickle cell or something?
You have Pac telling Jay-Z to die slow.
I'm a bad boy killer. Jay-Z died too.
And Then you have
But
Pac
Mobb
yelling,
Deep,
my
when I find
fofo,
you-
make sure all y'all kids don't grow.
Die slow, motherfucker. My fofo make sure all y'all kids don't grow.
Which was a bar, by the way. Beanie Siegel says this crazy shit to Jadakiss.
I'm thinking about raping his mom and making him watch. I'm
Taking
taking my
his time
time
and
and
making
making
him
him
watch.
watch.
You have Biggie saying this cringy ass weirdo bar.
I hope they know my nigga gotta fucking kidnap kids. Fuck them in they ass, throw them over the bridge.
When the fuck did you guys think that they didn't hate each other? When the fuck did you guys think the shit was sweet? Battle rap has always been disrespectful as fuck. And before y'all come in here saying, oh well, Pac and Biggie died because of it. Nah, they didn't die because of the rap beef. They died because
Y'all listen to this part. I did not know this.
Diddy and Suge had a feud that predated Pac even being signed to death row, with one of their friends deleted by another friend's hand. The long-standing rumors that Diddy's then bodyguard Wolf unalived Big Jake, who was a close friend and bodyguard of Suge Knight back in 1995. It was an ongoing blood and crip beef that bled into Biggie and Pac, and that they had no business getting involved in, which unfortunately caused both their demise.
They had like their little words, right? And they went outside, and they went in the middle of the street.
They were in the middle with Puff
The
and
middle
Suge?
middle of the street, Puff and Suge.
Wow.
Outside in Atlanta. And
this is at your party.
yeah.
Is it a calm conversation or they?
No, it's not a calm conversation.
Okay.
But
not just them.
It's a very hostile conversation.
And their crews is
Ain't no crew. I mean, Suge
wow.
has got one person. Puff got a crew. Suge got one dude with him.
Okay.
Right? And all I know is Puff started drinking his champagne while they was talking, and
Drink
I
some
guess
more
somebody
champagne.
must have said something to him. And next thing I know, Wolf, rest in peace, he let off a shot and let off a couple of shots, and Suge Man got killed right there.
Wow.
In Atlanta.
Damn.
That was the
Bless.
beginning of that whole shit.
Wow.
Like,
so you're saying like Big and maybe Pac might have been like
they ain't even had nothing to do with this.
yeah, but it affected like it's
Yeah, it went into that, but they ain't had nothing to do with this.
The LA gangs took them out. The Bloods working as the corrupted LAPD unalive Biggie because Biggie went on a LA radio station mocking Pac in a freestyle rap, which led to LA feeling disrespected. He did that the same day he was erased. Not to mention, Biggie also said on a New York radio station that Snoop and Death Row was in New York, and he asked the question of why hadn't anyone pressed him, which ultimately got Snoop shot at. In the Crips unalive Pac because Pac bum rushed and stomped out a known Crip shooter for snatching a Death Row chain, which is rumored that Diddy put a bounty on Death Row chains. So after the beatdown, of course they wanted revenge and took Pac out. This was a completely different situation, so stop comparing. It's not even remotely the same. But I know people love to use their feud as an example on why people shouldn't go too far. But this is Drake's feminine ass. No one is going to that measure with Drake but Drake, with academics gassing him up to his audience, referring to Drake and his entourage as goons, putting way too much on, making people believe Drake is more dangerous than he truly is.
That's the same thing academics did with Chicago. Being though that he had a big platform, he was giving people titles and names and little nicknames and stuff that was undeserving. Even though people was putting in work and doing whatever they did out there, like, yo, you was putting labels on people, calling them the Grim Reaper and all of this stuff. Like, yo, all you do is instigate shit and hype shit up for people to get deleted, bro. That's crazy. No pun intended.
But then again, anyone with some money could easily have someone touched. Pause. But he not testing no LA gangs. It's not happening. Just like Drake and Kanye's feud ending last time so abruptly, people think Kanye says sorry. Nah, man, read the room.
Told Drake don't play with me on GD, and he sent that message to everybody.
Kanye has been linked to being tied with the GDs for years.
You know what I'm saying? Gangsta Disciples saved my life in Chicago. I'm here because of Gangsta Disciples. And I am exactly who Larry Hoover wanted to see come out of the organization that he created.
OGs even said they stand behind Ye.
Don't play with that man on GD.
That meeting with Jay Prince was clearly mob ties settling the dispute, so no further issues would transpire. The way you could tell is how they took this picture, and then shortly after, Ye randomly threw a free Larry Hoover concert, you know, the same guy who created the GDs, and then having Drake perform and wearing free Larry Hoover merch. Almost seems as the gangs got involved and Drake basically apologized by doing this show. The proceeds went to 3 non-profit organizations that are made for ex-cons, but also there were rumors that some would go to Larry Hoover. So in other words, Drake was being taxed, allegedly. Also, Drake is very close to Dirk, and it was rumored that Dirk was upset about how they did Drake because Dirk is a part of the Black Disciples, the rival gang to the GDs, in which Ye spoke about later on, of how Dirk would rap on songs that Kanye would send him, and Dirk would send it back with disses towards Kanye.
Dirk sent in a verse, and it said, he said, take my Yeezy shirt off and make it a domat. And he said it 4 times. Yeah, Lil Durk said this. I hit him up. I said, you know, you're breaking my heart. Man, this is bad for the city. It's like, it's one thing, you got Drake. It's like he's really paid to come and do whatever he does and shit, come on my neck, all this type of shit. Right. But it's
basically, Jay Prince wouldn't have a gang war behind Drake. He proved that with Ye and the GDs. So he's def not going to have a gang war with Kendrick and Compton. This started off as strictly rap. The Like That verse by Kendrick didn't cross a line whatsoever. It was clearly a friendly fade, and Drake made shit personal first, like he did with Pusha T, like he did with Kanye West, and now how he did with Kendrick. He brings up their wives, which to me is okay. He responded the way he responded. This is hip hop. It gets disrespectful. Hey, that's gonna be my catchphrase throughout this whole video if y'all ain't noticed. If y'all ain't noticed already, man, this is hip hop. Push-ups fired the first rounds with using Whitney's name in a bar about bodyguards. That's Kendrick's wife. That's personal as hell. It doesn't get any personal than that. When Kendrick's devotion is to protect his wife when he said those vows. So why go so low if you don't expect the person to go even lower? Pause. I feel like I'm gonna be saying a lot of pause on here, man. I'm trying to be serious, but at the same time, it's kind of hard saying sus ass, you know. If someone slaps the shit out of me, my goal is to knock their ass out, not slap softer or just the same. Make that make sense, people. Come on now. If someone slaps the shit out of you, you're gonna think in yourself, oh, well, I can't punch them. I can't knock their ass out. That would be wrong of me. No, it doesn't work that way. The whole point of rap is to obliterate your opponent through wordplay. Let the words cut deep and penetrate their heart and soul. Break a person down. That's the point. This is hip hop. Drake had the right angle with throwing the first low blow, but it seemed he feels like no one else can do the same back to him. Nah, man, that's not how it works. Honestly, this is revealing Drake's only child energy at this point. You learn this growing up with siblings, man. Trying to snitch to your moms and say, hey, they hit me. And if she asks what happened, you say you hit them first. Your mom says, well, that's what happens. And that's what you get. Keep your hands to yourself. You don't
Stop telling so much, boy. You stop telling.
Need to be hitting people and you won't get hit back. Shit, some moms will just say quit snitching. Cut all that snitching.
Facts.
Get away from me with that snitching. And what's with the people who are not a part of the culture thinking that they could try and change it? I can't stand this shit. Y'all complain about how we gatekeep, but clearly we don't gatekeep enough.
You're calling him a word, but this guy's signed to thing. So now how can they sign a man that is being accused of this thing? So now the things that, when I was clashing in grime, we never had nothing to lose. There you go. This is where I'm landing now. So when we're saying things to each other, you could call me anything in the world. I'm not going to lose a Nike deal.
Right.
I'm not going to not be able to put food in. That'd probably even get me more money because we'll go to the show and do the clash on the stage and more people are paying and rare, you know what I'm saying? So
the version they was doing was hurting.
It's hurting what we've built. These doors are shut.
He think he cooked. You said it right. You hit it on the head. It's hurting what we built. No, we don't go to wherever you from and dictate what you do. You don't need to be coming over here telling us what we need. We been doing this, bro.
In on us right now, bro. We're looking crazy out here. That's why I didn't like that. It was good until they started sounding so like it just was sounding crazy, bro.
So this is the part where I have to spoon feed you guys the harsh reality, because clearly common sense isn't your guys' thing. Even though I wanted this video to be off of strictly humor and joking, I'm gonna have to go a little off topic and get a little deep for you guys to understand. Y'all might actually let nonsense like Skepta's weak sauce spark some kind of pity party domino effect. And the result? Future artists too scared to drop real diss tracks because the likes of Skepta and Drake's emotionally fragile fan club decided to go cry about it. Imagine letting that soft energy dictate the rules of hip hop. It couldn't be me. So let's talk about it. Outsiders and guests to the culture don't get to rewrite the narrative. UK rappers or any other rapper outside the US are guests. Respect it. Respect the culture. It's no different than a white artist or any other race for that matter. You are guests to the culture. Hip hop was made by Black Americans. It was created for us to escape and express our oppression. Black Americans are known to make things work for themselves without throwing a pity party about it. Well, back then at least, I should say. Whether it was fashion, slang, haircuts, music, dancing, or sports, we always would evolve these things into something we could call our own, putting a spin to it, because they would gatekeep everything from us at one point. Although we have created a lot of genres, such as rock and roll or doo-wop, those genres were taken from us. This is no different from the Harlem Renaissance, which exploded in the 1920s during the Jim Crow era, where Black New York artists creating a new form of entertainment, which included jazz and R&B. This isn't the first time that Black Americans created a music genre that was popularized. Y'all know I go way off topic sometimes.
Nah, this is what we like. I like when he does this. I like when he does this. He does that research and bring a whole nother perspective on what the situation.
Getting to a point, just listen to me, okay? We having a history lesson. As time went on, we began to hold on to things we created more closely and value them more deeply. Rap was designed to tell stories and express emotions that we would go through, and storytelling was the foundation of hip hop. Then, of course,
that's the part. If a people is being ignored through all aspects of life, they're gonna create something to express themselves that's for them. And this is why we like he said, the haircuts, the fashion, the dressing, how we do our shoestrings, how we always putting some sauce on it. You know what I'm saying? Rap, hip hop, doo-wop, rock and roll. All this stuff is a form of expressing ourselves.
Of course, making songs to dance to, which adopted new dance crazes that would advance and change over time. But battle rapping was the heartbeat of the culture. The goal was to keep our youth off the streets and encourage them to fight with words instead of fists or weapons. That's not to say it never crossed the line or became dangerous, but for the most part, it stayed on the mic. The whole purpose was to destroy your opponent using words and also being the voice for the voiceless. For the long history of racial discrimination in America that started with the Black Codes, then going to Jim Crow laws, and then to the war on drugs in the 80s, which was done purposely, by the way, to have mass incarceration to Black men, to keep them segregated and give free labor by having the prison filled. A new form of slave trade, right? So the streets would take to the mic and voice the stories of our oppression, like NWA, Tupac, Rakim. These stories would reach globally, pointing a vivid picture for people who didn't care to see, spreading awareness of what truly going on in the Black American communities. Rappers became the new activists, speaking with raw, unfiltered emotions of what Black Americans were going through. So for someone in the UK,
because some of our leaders was getting paid off. They were getting paid off back then too. You know what I'm saying? To speak a different word instead of just fighting against the powers, they start joining with the power, with the powers that be. You know what I mean? They start getting paid off. So
to comment on when hip hop goes too far, as if they're not a guest in our culture to begin with, is both distasteful and lacks credibility. Nigga, this is our craft. This is our craft, man, that we developed in the United States as Black Americans. Pay attention to the emphasis when I say Black Americans. Although this craft has now branched out worldwide through other cultures and nationalities with other races involved who added their own ingredients to the mix, that doesn't mean to change the overall main recipe. That's like me studying spaghetti my entire life. I don't know why I would, but let's say I wanted to be like an Italian chef and the overall goal would to be the best spaghetti maker in the entire world. I don't know. And people now consider me as a legend in the spaghetti game. And I go to a 5-star restaurant in Rome, Italy. They're known to be the best at making spaghetti in the entire city and in the entire country. I eat it and I find things wrong with it. And I go on TV or X to let everyone know how I didn't like the way they made their spaghetti. And I go on to speak on how it should have been handled, all from the previous experiences with other restaurants I've attended, or maybe some books I've read. Y'all would look at my United States Black ass and would laugh and talk big shit. Y'all would say, how dare you even think to have an opinion on their famous restaurant that won the #1 restaurant award or some shit like that.
And there ain't gonna be no 1, 2, 3 of them. It's gonna be all of them to get on you. They all gonna jump you. All of them.
When it's their country, the people who created the cuisine itself, they would say, how dare you criticize the way they make their recipe? That's their craft. That's their culture. That's their recipe. Hip hop and rap is a craft with the main recipe from Black Americans in the United States. You are guests. Don't change our recipe. Battle rap, diss tracks, there's no rules. Who told you guys this? The first time I've ever heard anything like this was when Drake tried to say something about Pusha T going too far about 40's illness, as if Pac didn't do that 20 years prior. Drake and company, the Soft Boys, the Beta Men, and the Baby Bops of this era are the only ones saying something is too far. When it comes to Drake, why are you guys coddling this clear broad? I know clear tears are dangerous, but golly gee whiz G Willikers Batman. I'm gonna play that out, you guys. That's my new saying. G Willikers Batman. If you don't like how serious and personal hip-hop beef gets, then do as J. Cole and ride a fucking bike out of here, nigga. Don't partake. Listen, I don't hate Drake. I can't stand his ass and what he represents, but I don't hate, bruh. I just like to make fun of him. But I'd be lying if I said I don't listen to his music.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Some songs slap and some songs don't. Not all his music hit and some do. But just like I can listen to him is the same way I could watch a movie made by the Weinstein Company. Django and Inglourious Bastards are some of my all-time favorite films. That doesn't mean I'm unaware of what the guy who owns the company distributing these movies has done. And I'm tired of the disrespect towards Black Americans, man, to Black American influence. Honestly, I'm tired of the overall disrespect of American influence in general. I don't care, white, black, Latino, it doesn't matter. Other countries are inspired by us Americans, and they incorporate our trends into their lifestyle. And then they want to discredit us or change what we created to fit their narrative as if they're not guests to our culture. Y'all need to stop it.
Damn. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Man, y'all let me know what y'all think of the video. He touched on so many points, you know what I'm saying? And man, it's perfect. He went from the wolf thing. See, I didn't know that Biggie and Tupac thing was deep like that, and I never seen that Jermaine Dupri interview on Drink Champs. I knew that Wolf had got at Suge Knight's home, but I didn't know it started off in the club like the way it did. But y'all let me know what y'all think of the video, man. It's night time for me, man. It's really night time for me. Big Kish signing out. I will leave a link in the description. Y'all make sure y'all go like, comment, and subscribe. Get deleted to 100,000 subscribers. He said 50. He's putting in that work. This one of them 100,000 subscriber channels right here. You know what I mean? I want to see him at 100. So yeah, y'all make sure y'all go subscribe. Subscribe to me as well. You know what I mean? I keep y'all entertained while you at work. You know what I mean? Make sure I drop twice daily, sometimes 3 times a day. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm gone.